treats that look divine. Every Saturday cutting up with grown-up story time. We're hanging with Simp Mom. We're hanging with Simp Mom. Keep your language clean and fair, or you'll be stuck in the thinking chair. You could get bitch slapped. We're hanging with Simp Mom. We're hanging with Simp Mom. We're hanging with Simp Mom. Hello chat, the day is done. Make yourself at home, get your comfies on. Simp Mom's made some gifts for you. If you stick around, you can win some too. Every Wednesday baking streams with treats that look divine. Every Saturday cutting up with grown-up story time. We're hanging with Simp Mom. We're hanging with Simp Mom. Keep your language clean and fair, or you'll be stuck in the thinking chair. You could get bitch slapped. We're hanging with Simp Mom. We're hanging with Simp Mom. We're hanging with Simp Mom.
Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Oh my God, it's been so long. Oh my goodness, so much has happened. You guys fill me in on what's going on with you. Who do you have back? Oh my God. Oh, look at everybody. Hi, how are you? Oh my God, Vism. Oh my, Vism. I I miss you so much. Are you wearing your underwear that I gave you? Are you wearing your sword underwear so that you can zap all the nasty people that might pop into my stream? Hello, Vism. Hello, who do we have? Old Man Sprudel. How are you? Franz, Tapmeyer. Oh my God, totally strange. Totally strange. Okay. Why that name? Why that name? I want to know. I'm kidding you. Oh my God. Hi, how are you? I'd love to see Gamer Wheels. Gamer Wheels and I just spoke the other day. Oh, it's so good to see you too. It's been too long, hasn't it? It's been way too long. Wait, ain't no way. Me undies segment? Ah, well, okay. Vism, probably my hardest working mod. I had to outfit him. So I had to give him slippers and comfies and underwear and shirt and hat. Vism, what am I leaving out? Vism is the hardest working mod on the internet. As a matter of fact, Mizzy stole them from me because he's that good. He's that good. And you guys, are you good with my funeral home lighting? You know, I always want to, here, let me show you. Let me show you what I did. Let me show you what I did. Hold on. You're gonna love this. Okay. You know, when you go into a funeral home, the deceased always looks so rosy. So this is my funeral home lighting. So we're good. Hi, yes, it's been too long. A new viewer, Franz. Franz, how are you? Thank you for popping in. Gravy, hello, just hanging with Simp Mom. Yes, welcome everybody to the Simp Mom bitch slapping show. Yep, that's me. The only bitch slapping show on Twitch. And I want to know how everybody's doing. Yay! Slippers, pants, shirt, hats, and even underwear. That's right, Vism. Gotta take care of my boy. Hello, Mess Pants. Oh my God, how are you? How are you? And thank you for your service to this country. Mess My Pants is probably one of the most skilled people in the world that I know. And I will visit you one time. At one time. I will. I will. I want to you know, you know. Hello, hello. It's been a while. I know, Tackle. Yeah, you know, when you get old, you get slow. And 71, you know, as I told you guys, the 60s were my most favorite decade of my life. Hands down, the 60s were fabulous. The 70s came in with a whoa, you know, with COVID and with norovirus, and it's like it kind of zapped me. And now I'm kind of getting my feelings again, getting back to feeling like I should in the first place. So I want to be back, yeah. And I have so much stuff here, you guys. You know, we're up to almost 1,300 gifts sent around the world. Almost 1,300 gifts sent around the world because of you guys. You are what make it so much fun for me. when you share your stories and you come in and chat, I just adore it. Just adore it. Yeah. I doing well, living in Washington still, and are actually moving to LA. How exciting is that? Hey, you know what? Simp Dad and I next year are hoping to go to Southern California to visit some people. So maybe we'll pop in. Pop in. Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to meet you. You and your wife had the most beautiful wedding. She's so beautiful. What a wonderful couple you guys are. And I got to make them gifts. How about that? And that's my favorite thing in the world is to make you guys gifts. It just is. And you know what's on Rhoda right now? She's behind me. We're gonna make some gifts tonight. It's just a 2 hour stream because you know what? We burn our midnight oil by 8:15, and I'm pushing it going to 9. Just, just kidding. Just kidding. Got a day over 30. You better get some glasses, bucko. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Moving to LA. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. The 2 hour stream is better than no stream. Friends. Yes. Yes, friends. Just like old country where you got to work hard. Yes. LA is in Louisiana. Is in Louisiana? Louisiana? For all that Cajun food and all that stuff down there? I thought you were going to the big city of LA. Oh my goodness. If I'm ever in the South, crawdads boil on us. Oh, you are so sweet. I would love to meet you. I have met a few of my chatters, and it's always a thrill for me. So if you ever see me out in public, come see me. I have been recognized a few times, and I love it when people come up to me. I absolutely love it. I welcome it. Come on up, because usually I have a gift with me. A gift, and it's not Sim Dad. I won't give Sim Dad away. It's he's mine. I'm not giving him away. Wow. Wow, Louisiana. Holy buckets. Yeah, the food is supposed to be great down there. I know gravy, don't you think? Chicken Meister. Oh, you're so sweet. Coming out if I want to gain a few pounds. I just lost a few pounds. So I got to fill you guys in on a couple of things. I had kind of a fun, not a fun thing. As you get older, your bodies change. And many of you know I'm an Irish twin, which means that my mom went to her 6 week checkup after having my brother to find out if she could have sex again. Because when you have a baby, you have to wait 6 weeks. So the doctor says, "Yep, you're all healed, ready to go." Well, my mom found out she was pregnant with me. So, well, see, there was no cable back then. They had these Irish well, we're not Irish. These Catholics had to do something for fun, right? And apparently my dad couldn't wait. And so, as an Irish twin, I've and I didn't even put it together, but a doctor said that's why you've had so many surgeries. That's why, because your mom's body wasn't all healed when she had me. Which, you know what? I love my mom, and I'm thankful for my life every single day. And I don't care. I don't care that I've had to jump through hoops because of being an Irish twin. But I recently this week had to have all right, you guys, for the people that don't like medical stuff, you can go get a piece of cheese or something right now. I had to have what's called vein ablation, where they come in and they burn your veins, and so that the blood reroutes to a different place. And so it's supposed to make varicose veins and make your legs feel lighter. I mean, I feel like I could dance. I feel like I could take Simp Dad out and really, you know, do the moves like Simply does. I feel like I could do that. So they feel it works great. However, I had one done Monday, and on Tuesday I had a second one done. And there was quite a bit of digging to get to the vein. I think it was pretty deep. It's like in my groin area. And so it's like, and after that, it's like, I kind of felt a little dicey, but it's okay. It's okay. So Sip Dad wanted to go to a grocery store. We always go out together. And I said, yeah, let's go. So we went, and I went to get out of the car, and I went, oh no. I said, "Oh my God, Larry, I'm in so much pain." No, 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 no. He comes running around, and as I'm screaming, and you guys, I broke 4 bones at one time. I've had kidney stones. I've had natural birth, but I've had nothing to the degree of this pain. I mean, a 1 to 10, it's a 20. I mean, it was the most horrific pain I've ever had in my life. And so picture this, all right? There's always something funny about everything that happens to you, right? I mean, you have to look at it like that. So picture this. I begin to scream like a banshee at the top of my lungs. Sick Dad comes around, pushes me in the car, shuts the door, and we take off like a bat out of hell. Now, what the hell does that look like on the screen? Elderly abduction? You know, human elderly trafficking? I mean, it was just, I think it, Larry, I think, oh my God, this must look, because anybody walking by would have heard me screaming. and not knowing what was going on. And simply, I mean, I couldn't even move. He pushed me in the car and off we went. So to the cameras that may have been watching, I'm fine. I'm fine. We went to the emergency room and it was like what we believe happened was that they give you so much numbing. They give you so much numbing that a nerve might have been hit. And when the numbing wore off, the nerve went on fire. And that's what is the speculation of what happened. And it was probably, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes of the worst pain of my life. But it's like, now I got legs, I can dance. You guys, get me a flipping table. This woman wants to dance. Oh, you guys, you're the best. You're the best. Oh, yes, grannies are free. You could take it from the store. No, not this grandma. You're gonna pay for this grandma. But it was just, I'm thinking, because there's cameras everywhere. And here's a woman screaming, pushed back into a car, and the car takes off like a bat out of hell. It was just and that's if Daddy and I got laughing about it. It was funny. At the time, not so funny, but you guys, you gotta find humor in life. You gotta find things that make you laugh. And so this will be a good story. Yeah, this will be a good story. Yeah. Go through that again. Well, Franz, I'm supposed to have one more. I'm on the fence about that. 15 minutes of pain to dance forever. Yes, you're right. No, give me a pole, give me a table. This old woman's ready to rock and roll. And I got my cabana boy. He's ready. So it's all good. It's all good, guys. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, right? It was funny. So you guys know, many of you know that, we winter in Arizona. And so we decided to go meet my grandpa. As you know, if any of you watch my son Simply, and he's a streamer, he's some kind of streamer. I mean, if I streamed first and then he decided to stream, no, opposite, opposite. He said, "Mom, you got to stream. I think you're funny. I think people would like you." And it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't. But you know what? When I turned it on, you guys made it so much fun. So understand that you're dealing with an old woman here. So if you want to say something to me and I don't read your chat right away, type it in again. And if I don't read it again, type it in again. Okay. This is one of the perks of being a senior citizen. So it's so much fun, but you guys make it so great. So, anyways, on our way from Arizona, we went through Texas, and that's an adventure in itself. We were I'm the type when I'm gonna drive, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's put a book on tape and let's just go for 10, 12 hours, 15 hours. Let's just go. Dad gets kind of tired. And so he was getting kind of tired. And I said, all right, we'll pull over at the next hotel that we see. So we pulled over and we got a hotel. And it's a damn good thing we did it because there wouldn't have been another one for over 4 hours. Because we got off the road and went in the most beautiful country in Texas. But there's like we would go hours without seeing a car. We were in such rural Texas to get to Austin. And we went through, we got any Texans out there? We went through a town called Mason. And I'd hang my hat there. The most adorable town in the world. A lot of them not so adorable. They do have, if you go to up to Maine, Boston, Massachusetts, or Massachusetts, you go up to Massachusetts, you see a Dunkin' Donuts in every corner. Down in Texas, you see a dollar store in every corner. I mean, just about everywhere there's dollar stores. But we went through Mason, and it's like if I was 50 years younger, it's like I might want to hang my hat there. The most adorable town in Texas. Anybody ever hear of Mason? Those smelly oil fields. Not only those oil fields, but those poor cows. I can't look. I gotta put blinders on. When I see all those cows in the feedlots down there, and they're like this. They're like this. And it's like, and you know where they're headed, right? They're headed to your local market. And it's like, oh, those poor cows. But anyways, so we finally got to see Simply. And if any of you follow my son Simply, how many of you follow Simply? A lot of you follow Simply. He got a new puppy, and the puppy's name is Boba, short for a boba, right? So you guys know, yep, you got to know him. So, anyways, we simply said, I said, we're probably going to be there between X and X, 2 and 3 or whatever it was. And he said, I'll leave the door open, walk in. So up to this point, I'd never heard the puppy bark. And I said, "Does a puppy ever bark?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Well, you kind of want a dog that barks. That's kind of their job to let you know that somebody's there, right?" And so when we got to Simply's, we went, walked in the front door. And of course, I've been there before. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely home. And boy, he keeps it so clean. Where's he get that from? Me. No, me. So, anyways, I go upstairs to his streaming area, open the door, and the dog barks at us. It was like, oh my God, he does bark. He does bark. He's going to protect my baby. Yay. And I fell in love with that puppy. I have never seen a dog. I mean, simply says place, and the dog runs to his cage, runs to his crate, runs. Sit, the dog sits. I mean, but he's so loving. You guys, how many of you have puppies? Do a lot of you have puppies? Caesar's here? Caesar! Oh my God! Oh, Caesar, how are you? I have missed you. Caesar, oh, Caesar, can I tell him where you're from? Caesar's from down south in another country. And when I found that your grandma passed, I felt so bad. I would have loved to have met your grandma. I would have loved to have met, but I'm glad your mom liked your beach towel. No, no, Cesar, you're one of a kind. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. And I think I make you I designed a special shirt for you that said, you've got a sword, right? Because you're one of my mods. And yeah, yay, Caesar. Yay, Caesar. So anyways, he's got this incredible dog that I absolutely fell in love with. The most loving, a dog that you can maul. Some dogs, like I can maul our dogs. We got the bedwetter right behind me on the floor. Hey, Ted, you want to say hi to everybody? Here's our little bedwetter. There he is. Ted, say hi to everybody. Nope. Hey, Ted, you getting in your bed? You getting in your bed? You sweet angel. Anyways, with Boba, I absolutely, absolutely fell in love with this dog. You can maul him and love him up, and yet you could say, okay, place. And he jumps off and goes into his crate. Simply's got this. I mean, I have never seen a dog that young, that loving and obedient at the same time. So I am going to fly to Austin next month. And because it's gotten very difficult to fly with a dog because Simply wants to come home for a few weeks. And I said, I'll fly home and we'll drive up together with Boba. I don't want you, he's too young to be left for that amount of time with anybody. Once a dog gets older, they know you're coming back, but he's just a pup. And I said, and we'll drive back. And I'm looking forward to having Boba meet the bedwetter. So Boba, the bedwetter. So maybe we'll do a stream. Would you guys like to do a stream with the Boba boy here? How did he have him trained? Well, I was a little concerned. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys in. Don't tell Simply this. I'm gonna let you in on a secret, okay? I was a little concerned because, Simply when we had dogs, he was very young. And so really not in on, we got up during the night. I got up during the night to let the pups out and work with them in that. And so I reached out to a local trainer in Austin and just kind of there was like a package deal. And I said, could you help my son with Boba? And so there's a woman that comes over to help him, but Simply has watched so many videos and watched Cesar that I don't think he needed her. He uh he it's just it's continuity. It's keep doing it every day so that they get programmed because they're just babies. They're just babies. The first night Simply brought him home. The dog howled and screamed. And in the morning, Ryan called me. He goes, I don't think I could do this. And I said, hey, listen, buddy. I said, you take a puppy away from his brothers and sisters. You've taken him away. He's afraid. He's lonely, like any human would be. This is something brand new to him. You have to be patient and kind and loving. If you're not willing to put the time in, please don't get a pup. they're not, to me, it's like when you get a pup, you got them until they leave this earth. I mean, that's the way I look at it. They're not disposable because they have hearts and they love you. And so it's like I had to talk him off the ledge. I had to talk my son off the ledge a couple of years ago too, when he got Frank. You guys, Frank's here. We're puppy setting with Frank. Maybe Frank and Beans. And he called me. He goes, "How do I tell Felicia that we can't do this?" And I said, "You don't. You understand that it's a baby you brought home. It's a baby. They have to be loved, nurtured, and trained. It doesn't happen like, I mean, if when I had a baby, it's like you bring them home, it's like, and they're in diapers. Okay, well, tomorrow I don't want you in diapers. It's like, that's not going to happen. I mean, but once you put at 2 years, it's like something clicks. But even before then, but you put the time in, you have the best pup you're ever going to have. I mean, I'm in love with our hounds, right? So that's how we did that. Yes. Oh, he is doing a great job with them. Yes. Did I get any good pictures? Let me see. I do. I do have a picture of him training him. Let me see if it will show you guys. Hold on. And then I want to talk to you about something else. Okay, let's go. Giddy up. Where are we? Isn't it something? You get so many flipping pictures, and I'm sure you won't be able to hear them, but I'm going to say,
Dan. Dan. Down. Down.
It's got a scratch.
Hold on. Down. Boy. Sit. Boy. Stand. Good boy. Tuck
He likes that to touch. Can you do the PLACE?
Oh, yeah. Stick. Front. Good boy. Place.
right into his crate.
Oh. Good boy.
What do you think of that? Chat, were you able to see that? Were you able to see that? Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? I mean, it was just um no, I'm in Austin. I'm in Austin. I was in Austin. I'm back in Minnesota. Oh, yeah, don't you know? Landed in Thousand Lakes in Minnesota. Yeah, what a good dog. I mean, I'm in love with that dog. So I can't wait to make the drive and to introduce him. I mean, we have a huge backyard. We have two dogs, and I've been reading on how to introduce because Teddy's a little assertive, whereas Nella goes with the flow. So I want him to love it here. So I can't wait. Yeah, I know. It isn't wild, you guys. It's just wild. No, that's incredible. But while I was in, okay, you guys, buy yourself some. Can you read that? Proven to lower your blood pressure and make you feel good. Oh my God. I think we should have a support group called the Cardamom Sniffers. Whew, okay. So while I was down in Austin, I had the opportunity to visit Alveus with Maya. And I have to tell you that Alveus holds a very special part in my life. Many of you know I catered the very first Alveus fundraiser years ago. And the first time I went to Alveus, it's hard to describe. It's in the middle of nowhere, like, right? I mean, it's just, if you didn't know how to get there, you'd never know how to get there because it's all these back roads and winding and turns, and then you get there. And it's just such a special place because it's, for one thing, it's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's quiet. And when I went years ago for the very first fundraiser, we had Stompy, right? The emu. And she had him, and who else did she have? I think just Stompy, right, guys? I think there might have been a goat or two, but Stompy for the most part. So we went, and I was telling Simp Dad all about it. And so Maya had a time, and so the three of us went, and I couldn't believe the changes. It just, she just blew me away. Now Stoppy's going to have like a resort. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but she said, I said, why is he being moved from the pasture? Because he was always in the pasture, right? With Winnie the Moo and the other ponies in there. And she said, because they would lay down and the other animals wouldn't know not to step on him. And so they kind of worried for his well-being because he might be sound asleep. And Winnie the Moo is a size, and she might not even know that she's stepping on him. But if Winnie Moo stepped on you, you'd be going to the emergency room. I can tell you for sure. So they have this enclosure meant for Stompy, and it's got like this in-ground pool. And it's got like a shower because I guess they like to be wet. And so it's got a shower. I mean, paradise. I mean, Maya worked so flippin' hard. And then we went to the enclosures to see the foxes and the wolves. And I said, don't you worry about them digging out? We years ago, Simp Dad and I had a dog that would dig underneath the fence and be out. And then Maya goes, no, the way we designed the fences, and this is genius. This is genius. I'm sure probably the zoos do it, but I'd never heard of it. So they designed the fences to come down and then in so that if they start to dig, they're still going to hit fence and not realize they got to go down deeper and then come up and around. And so it's like that was genius. So we got to see all the animals. The animal I wanted to see the most, I'll show you. Many of you know I grew up on a farm, and I have an incredible fondness for cows. And I wanted cows love to have the scratches and neck scratches. So my whole point of, I mean, what I wanted to do the most was to scratch Winnie the Moo's neck. And she's like a dog. She's so calm. Our cows were cows. And when we had sweet corn, we would peel the sweet corn, and the cows would come running, and then we'd be able to scratch their head and kind of get under them. But Winnie, she would have let me do anything to her, and that was my highlight. And we got to see the new things that Maya's doing, and I wondered, and then maybe some of you have wondered why, Texas can be hot and humid, and can all animals tolerate the heat and the humidity? And that was my question. And so we went to another enclosure that she had, and I'm trying to think what was in there. Um, the tortoise. The tortoise was in there. And the tortoise has an inside out area. So if he goes inside, it's air conditioned. If he comes out, he's out in the heat. So these dogs always have, I mean, it's temperature control, state of the art. Incredible haven for animals. So I asked Maya, I said, Maya, if I get to the point, because I'm a vegetarian, I'm happy with, throw a piece of lettuce at me and I'm happy, right? I haven't eaten meat in 57 years. Yeah, 57, 58 years I haven't eaten meat. And so I said to Maya, I said, if I get old and stupid and need to be in diapers, I said, can you just throw me in a cage and then just throw a little lettuce at me? If I've got air conditioning and I can waddle out to the heat, I'd be good. And she told me that she would absolutely allow me to, be in one of the enclosures, and she'd throw a little bit of lettuce at me. So can you ask? Yes, push pop. That's who it was. Can you ask for anything more? Just put me in one of those. And I mean, those animals are so cared for. And Maya's heart is bigger than the all outdoors. And if you get the opportunity, a couple things I want to talk to you about. So if you get the opportunity, please see her TED presentation. How many of you have seen her TED presentation? Absolutely. Simp Dad watched it and he had a tear come down his eye. He did. He did. Wasn't it? Was good. Oh, please take the time to watch it. And she's wearing one of the shirts that I embroidered. She told me, she goes, I'm even where she met Oprah. She was telling us she got to meet Oprah and a bunch of high age celebrities, and she was wearing the shirt I did. So how about that? How about that, huh? So also you can support. I'm subscribed to Elvas, and we do donate. because Simp Dad and I are both animal lovers. Simp Dad's parents were both hunters, and Simp Dad could never do it. I mean, we catch flies and release them. The thought of harming, and it's different for food, but for sport, you know what? Jag. You don't need to kill an animal. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. And so, um, you can support Alveus by, if you're not doing anything, just put the live stream on. You don't have to throw any money. Just by having the live stream on, that generates revenue for them. And anything I can do to help Maya along the line, I'm happy to. As a matter of fact, Maya asked me, she had a favorite outfit she likes to wear. She goes, "Could you embroider it?" And so she gave it to me, and it's right here. I'll show you. I just finished. You guys, don't tell Maya. All right, everybody, everybody good? Don't tell Maya. Don't tell Maya. Okay. So this is Maya's favorite outfit in the whole wide world. Whoops. Right. Got the Alveus. I also don't tell it. You guys sworn to secrecy. I right? Sworn to secrecy. Okay. I can't write. My soundboard isn't working. I don't know why, you guys. So I can't make any noise. But I'll do a yeep for you. Or you want a different yeep? Or yeep, a higher yeep, I yeep. Okay. Scout's hotter. Lips are sealed. Okay. So Monday, I'm going to put in the mail. Look at this. I made this. It's like a safari hat, right? Doesn't it look like Maya? Okay. I made this. I went to the Goodwill and thrifted a bunch of shirts, and then I washed them and ironed them. And Maya has a one of her people that she's going to start streaming with. And I said, "Well, what size is she?" And she said medium, because Maya's teeny teeny. She's like this big around, teeny tiny. So I made some that. Oh, there's more. This is another one. That. Oh, there's more. Oops, there's more. Don't tell her. I want her surprised. I found her. She likes these one piece things. So I went on eBay and I found her another one, like these one piece little outfits. Got that done. And then she likes shirts that are fitted. So I saw this on Goodwill, and it's a fitted shirt so that she can do presentation. Ah, there's more. And I got this. Yep, there's more. And it's so hot down there. I saw this vest. Whoops. Oh, there's more. And there's another real short sleeve. I think this is a medium. Whoops, there's more. Long sleeve denim shirt. She loves denim. Oops, there's more. And get this, you guys. Get this. She's so gosh darn cute. How do you think she's going to look in this? I don't think I can get it my thigh in. Hold on. Look at this. Coveralls. What do you think? What do you think? Huh? And there's one more. Just finished. I just finished on the Rotacam. What do you think, huh? Well, it's 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 so hot and humid down there that it's so nice to have things that are comfortable and worn. And she's I got her size, so I'm able to. Boy, she's tiny. I mean, I couldn't get my thigh in. Like I said, I couldn't get my thigh in her things. Um, but anyway, so that Monday, once I trim everything takes about 10 minutes to trim. Whoa, holy buckets!
I've missed you, Sim Mom. I'm
Oh,
suffering through finals right
oh my goodness! Oh, thank you so much. And you know what? Let me tell you, get your rest. Get your rest. Deep breathing, lots of protein. You don't have time to eat, you're going to college. Get yourself some good protein in the morning to start your day. I firmly believe I met the world's best nutritionist, and what she said is how you start your day is how you'll end your day. So if you pop a donut in your mouth, your blood sugar is going to go sky high, and the insulin's going to come in, it's going to push it down, you're going to go, oh, you gotta eat. So please, no pun intended, but bone up on your protein. All right, to get through that. And good luck and let me know how you do. And thank you so very much. Please let me know how you do with your finals. Don't stress. Don't stress, okay? I'm a former hospice nurse. Okay? You're gonna get through this. You're gonna get your rest, take care of yourself, and fingers crossed for A's. Do it. Do the best you can. That's good enough. All right? Yay. Oh, thank you so much. It's so sweet of you. It's exams. Is it where you are too, Franz? Oh my goodness. What are you majoring in? And eccentric, what are you majoring in? Can you share what you're majoring in? How exciting. Yeah, I remember those college days. Oh my God. I remember those college days. I remember the college parties better though. That the bowl of Greek yogurt and granola this morning, so I'm oh good, pretty okay. And don't forget your probiotics, okay? You want to make sure that you got all that good bacteria to fight off all those bad guys. Yes. Journalism. Oh, how thrilling. Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Journalism. I gotta tell you something, guys. I gotta tell you something. And probably you journalist people aren't gonna like this, but um an F1 mechanic. What's F1? Are those planes? F1? Help me out here. I I discovered on my Gmail that there's an AI button, and I went, "What the heck's this for?" And so it comes up, clean up your work, polish it, extend it, make it sound professional. And it's like, I've been using that. I mean, I actually sound pretty intelligent these days. I had an email and I went, I just threw random thoughts in and I said, clean it up. And it was like, I wrote that. I wrote that. Formula One racing. Oh my God, how exciting is that? My God, racing cars. The fellow, our neighbor next door, is racing in Michigan. He has one of those cars and he just loves it. Right? Wow, how exciting. Isn't it interesting that when we're born and as we grow up, we all develop specific interests that might not interest someone else, but it's our world. Isn't that cool as humans that we can be so diverse? We need that. We need to embrace everybody's diversity. Wow, good for you. I love it. Yay. Well, that is very exciting. That's very exciting. Ooh. But I wanted to, oh, I forgot this one. This is for the other woman that's working with Maya. I wanted to give her a nice shirt to wear to if she had to do like a presentation. Yeah, I hit all the Goodwills and Savers, and it's going to take me a while to trim up these puppies. I digitized it. I took the design and then checked the colors with Maya to make sure. I did not know that this was bean. Did you guys know that this was bean? Right? But anyways, yeah, I got that. So don't tell Maya she's got she just thinks she's got one thing coming. She will be surprised. Competitive sports. So I'd be fixing the cars and helping set up with the car systems. Oh my God. You must have fast. Isn't that where they stop and like everybody runs out and you really quick have to take the tires off in that? And you're transferring from a 2 to 4 year. Oh, so I got to make this one count. I got accepted to my top. Congratulations. How cool is that? The one you picked and they picked you. Yay! I wish I had my meme board. We'd applause. Everybody out there, applause. Maybe if we all clap hard enough for both you guys. Yay! So, what kind of journalism, eccentric? What interests you the most about journalism? Thanks, Bism. You got him going. I love you, Bism. Yay! It's interesting to me when people choose. I have another, not that I want to dwell on my physical being, but I have the most handsome orthosurgeon that God ever dropped on this earth. And I said to him, because I have to have a knee replacement, which is going to be a whole lot of fun, right? But you know what? It's like, remember, even though I go through some health issues and that old age is a privilege denied to many. So bring it on. We'll get through all this. We'll get through it. And I said to him, because he's such a good-looking guy. I mean, not that that has anything to do with anything, other than, like I say, I work up my appetite, but I always go home to eat. And I said to him, why did you ever decide to become an orthopedic surgeon? And he said when he was 18, he woke up one day and said, I want to fix joints. Not these, but I mean joints. And it's like, really? I said, were your parents physicians? He goes, nope. He goes, my mom was a nurse, but he goes, no, my parents weren't physicians. But he goes, I knew that moment that that's what I wanted to do. And I said, so you're happy? He goes, I'm living the dream. Isn't that something? I love it that you guys, there were so many things I wanted to do in life that I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. They have two magazines on campus. They run a newspaper, a nice broadcast show they upload on YouTube. So I can't wait to get involved. Oh, wonderful. Good for you. I am so proud of you. Yay. Yeah, Vism, you too? Well, I started out, I've had so many jobs, you guys. I've had so many. I had my real estate license. I drove trucks. I had my pilot's license. What else? Waitress, hostess, nurse. Um, Oh God, I can't. Dad and I were writing down all of the occupations that we had. We both are the same boat. We still don't know what we want to be when we grow up. The most money I ever made was singing waitress, hands down. The most money I ever made in my life was a singing waitress. But the job I felt the most fulfilled in was being a hospice nurse. But if I can come back in my other life, I'm going to be a helicopter pilot and a meteorologist. No doubt in my mind. That's what I want to do. I want to be a meteorologist and a helicopter pilot. I went up a couple of times in a helicopter and I'm just loving. I mean, it's just amazing. You go. It's not like, when you're flying the little planes, you got the runway, right? Then you have to know when to do lift and when to land. But the helicopter, I mean, how cool is that? I want to do that. I want to do that. So we'll have to see. You envy people with a passion. Me too, Vism. I'm all over the place. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Like I said, I wake up and I go, what do I want to be when I grow up? But fortunately, I haven't been able to do much for my portfolio this semester since I was editor-in-chief of my school's publication, but I've definitely learned a lot. Ideally, I'd like to keep doing photography and break into broadcasting. Very good. Love it. Job. I'm very proud of you. Keep us informed about what you do. All right. Keep us informed. I'd love to follow your transition through life. It would be wonderful. Yes, as long as you love what you're doing. There's people that live to work and people that work to live. And we work to live, some dad and I, because I never fell into that passion. I mean, I liked nursing, but I always took breaks from it. I would go, okay, this is when I want to do something different. And, but I would have loved, I think what I love is you guys. I think, talking with you guys and making gifts. I think that's probably one of my passions is just talking with you. And like I said, if you ever see me out, please come up and introduce yourself. Please do. I will never be, oh God, stay away. No, 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 no. I want to give you a big hug. And like I say, I always carry like the Sip keychain with me. So please come up. Singing waitress. You did that? Did you? Oh my God. It was, it was I bet my roommates, and my chat knows this. If you follow me, you've heard this story before. I bet my roommates that I could get a job. It was called Gulliver's World, and it was in Williamsville, Buffalo, just east of Buffalo. And I bet my roommates, I said, I bet you I can get a job. And they said, well, you're not a waitress. I said, yeah, well, I hostessed. I hostessed at Perkins a few times. I said, what do you take an order and you well, I was the worst waitress that ever existed. I could sing. So it was a theme restaurant. So everybody had to be a character. And so people had told me when I was younger that I resembled Judy Garland. And sorry, chat that have been around. You've heard the story a gazillion times. Um, and I'd heard that so many times because I'm gray now, but I mean I was like a reddish brown. And they said you look so much like a young Judy Garland. And so I said I want to cash in on that. So my mom, thank you Jesus, mom. She's going to be 94 years old and she's beautiful. Here she is. Let me show you a picture of my mom. She could have been a movie star. She's so pretty. Look at my mom. Isn't she pretty? Um, my mom made sure we all knew how to sew and how to bake and how to cook because we lived on a farm, right? And so I went out and found blue gingham and I, by memory, because we didn't have computers back then. You guys that have computers and you just go, you know, type in, show me Judy Garland's costume from The Wizard of Oz. Then you got it, right? No, I went from memory because there was no, where am I going to find it? Wizard of Oz came out once a year, right? So by memory, it's like, okay, the straps come down this way and this and this. So I made the outfit in an afternoon. My best pair, my best heels. Oh my God. They'll probably my only heels. I poured red sequins all over them. I had found a basket, went to what? No, there wasn't. I don't think there were Goodwills back then. Bought a cheap stuffed dog to stick in the basket. Made a napkin out of gingham left over to put in the basket, so the dog just had the face poking out a little bit. And he had my hair. I don't know if I did pigtails. I had long hair. And I walked in, and the guy goes, "Can you sing?" And I said, "Somewhere over the rainbow." And he goes, "You're hired. Can you start tonight?" And so, I mean, I was okay, this was in the 70s, the early 70s. All right, you guys. I would come home with like $200 in tips. That's like $1,000 now. And these kids would go, "You got to watch out, that witch is after you." It was the cutest thing ever. But that was that was a lot of fun, but I was a terrible waitress. Oh my God, I was so bad. I have little hands. That's the only thing on me that's little, right? And you got these drink trays because it was a gourmet restaurant, the drink trays. And as I did this, I'd always hit the person in the head behind. I mean, I was a terrible waitress, but because he loved me because the kids would come in and I would sing. I probably belted out over the rainbow probably 20, 25 times a night and it was fun. It was a fun gig. It was a fun gig. Hello there. Let's see. Playing claim with the trolley. Isn't that um um Meet Me in St. Louis? Is it Meet Me in St. Louis? But that was a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. Karaoke when? I'm doing karaoke tomorrow night. I went not this last time when I went to Austin, but the time before. I went out and did karaoke. What we have Emmy Rue and Bonnie and a bunch of the other streamers. We all went out to do karaoke and had a ball. I had so much fun listening to these people sing. I did one or two songs, but I was more curious as to what they would sing and how they would sing. So I'm like a very captive audience, like, yay! No, karaoke's fun. Now, if you're ever in town where I am, yeah, I'll do karaoke with you. I love it. Love it. Yeah. hmm Good time. It's a good time. We used to have years ago. So how long when karaoke first came out, and most of you probably weren't even born yet, right? Um, Simp Dad and I, he was fresh out of college. I was working as a nurse, didn't make much, and we needed another job. And so Simp Dad said, maybe I'll start a band because Simp Dad was in a band for years, and you guys know this. He was in like one of those tuxedo bands at hotels and so he traveled the country doing that. And he said, I could start a band. He said, and I said, well, what about karaoke? So we borrowed some money from his mother. I took out my retirement from the state and we put together a karaoke system and it kept the wheels on. I mean, we just didn't make enough money to pay for everything. So, and basically during the course of my life, I've always worked two jobs. I've always worked two jobs to make ends meet. And you can do that when you're young. When you're my age, I feel so sorry. I feel so sorry when I see people my age in Walmart. It's like, please tell me you're there because you want to be there, not because you have to be there. It just is. I get to go down in Arizona and play with kids my own age, and we play all day and we have great time down there. So it's just, you guys take care of yourself, watch your finances, sock it away because you know what? I never thought I was going to get old one day. And you look at, I wake up in the mirror, it's like, who the hell is that old hag? But it's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. So, yes, it would be. Zoil is an amazing singer. But when I streamed with Zoil, he didn't come out but I did stream with him when he was doing his streamathon, and we made cookies, and I burned them because Ryan's oven isn't a convection oven. I'm used to convection ovens where it blows the air around. His is just a plain old oven, and I kind of burn the cookies there. So I love soil. I love soil. Talk about someone who's, he's a giant in every way, in kindness, with his heart, with his sense of humor. Zoil's amazing. I'm so glad, I'm so fortunate that I see a lot of these streamers, and I've got had the pleasure of meeting them, and not one has ever let me down, or been like a jerk. They've all just been like you see them. I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed, and I just love Zoil. There's just something about him. Yeah. Well, thank you for popping in. Yes. Yes, thank you for popping in. Yes, Zoil was singing with Simply. They were doing this Christmas thing and dressed up in Christmas costumes. And he does it, when you get somebody that big, the voice comes from below, and it's just full and rich. Just good. So you know what, you guys, I'm only doing a 2-hour stream. Do you believe I haven't shut up? I haven't shut up in 49 minutes, you guys. I don't know. To me, it's amazing to me when, like, I pop around on stream, and I'll see, I'll go into Twitch and look in the categories, and then just pop in, and then I'll see people just playing a game but never talking with their people, and it's like, makes for a long night, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm doing well. How you doing, Big Chuck? Big Chuck. Big Chuck. Yes, I'm doing very, very well. And just so glad that you guys have popped in with me tonight. It's always fun to hear, and to see folks that I recognize. I mean, you guys are a present to me. You absolutely are. Uh, Aunt Pat, my sister Patsy is supposed to stop in. Remember Patsy, you guys? Remember Patsy? Do you remember her nickname? Where is that? I was talking to her today, and I said, it was almost 7 o'clock. And I said to her, I said, I gotta go. I gotta find something that doesn't show how fat I am. And so she was gonna pop on. Has she popped on yet, Visit? Have you seen? Where is her shirt? You guys remember this? Does everybody remember this? Do you remember? Oh, it was 2 in the morning. Oh my God. Franz, thank you very much, Franz. You do that? Yes. Who doesn't know this? I just came across this shirt. Who doesn't know what this means? Does anybody not know what this means? There's a method to my madness. There is a method to my madness. You don't know what that means, Evie? Okay. I will share this, and then we're going to make gifts, okay? Because I got Rhoda behind me, and she wants to make somebody a gift. Everybody loves Patsy. Well, yeah, she's the best. She's the best sister. She's always up to do any mischief with me. And she's a couple years older than me. Do you know that woman is an Uber? She's retired, right? She's a recreational therapist. And she's retired. What does she do? She Ubers, she Instacarts. She's picking up all these strangers all over the world. And it's like she just can't sit her. And she's a student teacher, right? Yeah. You gotta love her. You gotta love her. But okay, Franz, you're gonna love this story. So years ago, I was working for the state of New York, and the state of New York offered as a nurse, offered incredible benefits, the dental, everything, vacation. I mean, the benefits were outstanding. And I said to my sister, I said, you should come work for the state. I said, they always use recreational therapists. I said, you should come in and work. And so she put her application in. And you always start off really not where you want to be, and you kind of work your way up into, because the state offers all, and this is for developmentally delayed folks, right? So there's a range from folks that never get out of bed to folks that not only they get out of bed, but they're going to beat the crap out of you. And that was my choice to be with the violent disabled adults. That was always a fun job. And so, anyways, I got her into the state, walked her through it. She got in. And I knew the people that she was working with. And so they said, you know something, your sister is driving us nuts. Now you have to be good for a year or they can terminate you like this, right? And they said, she's driving us nuts. She's bossing everybody around. She's, and then another one of the staff came to me and they said, she's driving us absolutely crazy. She's not going to last. And so I said, oh, I think I could fix that. I think I could fix that. Patsy being the oldest was always the one in charge, right? Always the boss person. But when you come into a work situation, you kind of got to do your job and kind of sit back and watch how things happen, figure out where you're going to fit in. You just don't come in and take charge like she did, because that's what she was always used to. And so I said to my sister, I said, you got to tone it down. I said, you're not going to last. It's just, well, they're just not doing it right. And, when I tell them this, and I said, you got to stop. I said, if you don't stop, because I knew this would be the best fit for her when she got her year in. I said, if you don't stop, I'm going to tell them what your nickname is. And what is her nickname? Who knows in chat? What's her nickname? Come on, guys. There. Hey, King. Don't you remember her nickname? You let somebody else answer. Her nickname was Horseballs. Growing up as kids, we all had wonderful nicknames, and my sister's name was Horseballs. And her name was Horseballs because my dad hated the high school principal, and they called him Horseballs Myers, because that was his name. And so we all had wonderful nicknames, and so uh, we called Patty Horseballs. And I said, I will tell them your nickname. If you don't, because Pat, you gotta temper it down. You gotta do it. She said, well, they're not doing it. I said, just temper it down, or I'm gonna tell them your nickname. So about 2 weeks later, I go into to where she's working, and the staff comes out and said, my God, your sister's the nicest person. What happened? I mean, she's just so kind and so helpful. She's not bossing anybody. Yeah, some days, some names really stick with you. So, and she did not want me to tell you guys this, but it's like I share everything with you guys, right? You don't know my bra size, but you don't need that, right? Um, okay. And so I made a shirt in her honor, and this is Horseballs. And when Patsy and I streamed one night, we both had the. Remember, I went to her house in New York, and I streamed from her house. Remember, we both had our Horseball shirts on. Yeah. Well, you do what works, right? I mean, who wants to be called, when you get to a brand new job, who wants to be, hey, tell Horseballs we need her. Oh, oh my God. Isn't that funny? Well, my nickname I was called Deb Pan. My brother said, your face looks like a frying pan. And so we all had our nicknames. My mother had 5 kids in 6 years, and we know what she was doing. No cable back then, right? 5 kids in 6 years. Can you even imagine? Can you even flip it? Imagine 5 kids in 6 years. No disposable diapers, no pre-made formula. I mean, I got to believe those were the Valium years where they would give these women something to sedate them because they'd go out of their flipping minds, right? Yeah. Well, they were good Catholics, right? That's what good Catholics do on every night of the week. Who knows? All right. I want to make a gift. Now that I've gone almost an hour nonstop. I haven't shut up, you guys. Nobody said pipe down. That's streaming to me is fun because it's like I think Simp Dad married me because I'm self-entertaining for one thing. It's just I am. I'm self-entertaining, and you guys make it so flippin' easy. And thank you so much for popping in. I love that you're here. Love it. Yay! An hour of also. I have stories. I can't even begin to tell you the stories that I have. I mean, good stories, bad stories, ghost stories. I was just telling somebody that they didn't believe that ghosts are real, and I said, "Oh God, yes they are. Oh my God, you guys get yourself some of this." Simply's got one of these next to his streaming table. It's proven that it just makes you feel better. Mm, you guys don't mind while I sniff away. I swear that's what's in it. All right. Cardamom. It smells wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's make a gift. Now, what do I have for gifts? Oh, just about everything you can think of. I do have some gifts that are already made. I don't know that I brought them all out. I didn't bring them all out. I have Simply hats, of course. I have Simply hats. We can design something special for you. I have aprons. I have tote bags. I've not been really good about checking all my. Oh, I got some nice towels, some nice hand towels. I've got napkins, hand towels, flour sack towels, tote bags, aprons. I do have some shirts too. I do have some sweatshirts as well. I have um this one too that I could give out. It's all made. So if somebody wins who's a size large, but it's like an extra large because I mean, I like things that are, when you're shapely and you're little, I want it as tight as I can so I can show off what I got. But when I get to this age, I want bags. But I do have this sweatshirt I designed, and it says one day at a time. Isn't that pretty? So I have this available if you're a large or an extra large, that would fit you just fine, or if your mom is. What else do I have? Do I have anything else designed? You can't have my Alvea stuff. That's gonna go to Miss Maya, but please don't tell her. I want her to be surprised when she gets this big box that is all clothes, and she can give them out however she wants. And I just feel it's like a small part that I can do for such an incredible organization. And that woman, I mean, let me tell you a quick story about Maya, and then I'll move on to the gift making. Okay. So the first time I went to Austin was during COVID, and Simply had just been there maybe 6 months, and he was getting a little homesick, and he said, "Mom, you should come to Austin." And I said, "Yeah, but nobody knows me. If I just pop in," and I said, "What would happen if I just popped in?" He goes, "I think they'd love it." And I said, "Well," I said, "with COVID going on, it's probably not going to happen, right?" And in the back of my mind, it's like, let me get off this computer right away so I can book tickets. I got off the computer, and I said to Sim Dad, I'm going to Austin. I said, "I can hear that he's a little homesick. I'm going. It's his birthday. I want to surprise him." And so I reached out to Maya and let her know that I was coming. And and so I was so worried because at that time it's a mansion with like five streamers. Is it five streamers? Five streamers. And I'm thinking, what must these people eat? I mean, there's no cook here. What must they eat? So I go up into the kitchen, this glorious kitchen that I would kill for. The refrigerator plays a symphony when you open it. I mean, it's just like out of this world. And I look in there, and there's fresh vegetables all chopped up and just perfect. Somebody spent some time chopping them up, and I go, "Oh, I feel so much better. They're eating fresh vegetables." That makes me feel so much better. They're not just eating garbage; they're eating vegetables. And the next day, the vegetables are gone. And I went, what happened to the vegetables? Oh, Maya, oh, I chopped those up for the animals. She chops them up for the animals. I mean, they were the most freshest, beautiful vegetables I've ever seen in my life. Here I'm thinking that my son is enjoying some fresh vegetables for the animals. I mean, it's just like, I mean, they were chopped perfectly. It wasn't like, wouldn't you think when you're schlepping the pigs or something, you just kind of throw the garbage together, right? They were perfectly chopped, like you would put them out on a tray, you know? Yeah, no, they weren't eating those vegetables. They were for the animals. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's Franz, you've been chiming in all night. I want you to win. Also, I do have another winner. I asked for an embarrassing story. Let me read this real quick. I'm not going to dox the person that's, man, I just never shut up, you guys. I'm not going to dox the person that sent this, but I'm going to read the story that she gave me. And um oh, Simp Dad goes, I just got a message from him. He goes, can you shut the door? Must be I'm a little loud. All right. All right, I can shut the door. I didn't open it. The bedwetter opened it. I also have an apron for someone named Melissa. So up there hanging. Okay. All right. Moving right along. Hog story time. Okay. So I asked if you guys were on my Discord, I asked for an embarrassing story. I said, first story will get a prize. And so I'm going to read it. I'm not going to dox the person. And it said, hope you are well. Miss watching your streams. Life is very busy. Boy, doesn't life have a way of getting so busy, right? Okay. I've also fond of times watching you while I was in college, and I appreciate what Larry did to help me with my resume. Larry is available to help with resumes. He's hired and fired thousands of people. So if any of you are out and need a little help with tweaking, although with AI, holy, but I mean, he's probably not as sharp as AI, but but close. And he's very good at interviewing. So if you want to do a practice interview, Simdad would be happy to help you. I mean, that's his strong point. He's so good at that. Okay. So here's her story. I have a very embarrassing story that just happened to me today at work. I did my laundry on Saturday, and somehow during my laundry, my underwear must have gotten stuck to a cardigan that I folded. So today I go to wear that cardigan to work, and while I'm taking it off, this underwear falls out of the cardigan. My God, I was mortified. Thank God it was one of my female coworkers with me, and she said something, and we had a laugh, but I've never been so embarrassed. Talk about bad luck. She said, I hope you, I mean, can you, okay. Now, now to me, a little addendum. It would kind of matter what the underwear were, right? I mean, were they granny panties? Were they thongs? I mean, were they stained? I mean, were they? I mean, to me, it's like I'd be interested to know. She's probably teeny tiny and they're these little bitty undies, but that would be interesting. No, so I'm going to do one more story, and then I'm going to make a gift. I'm telling you. So my most embarrassing clothing and chat, I know you've heard this, but the new folks haven't. When I was 18, I had my driver's license, and I wanted to go to one of the fanciest stores in Rochester, New York to shop. And I forget the name of it. Was it McCurdy's? I forget the name of this store. But one of these ones where you almost have to dress up because it's such a nice store, right? Christmas time. And I had a pair of very tight pants that needed to be dry cleaned. So when you have clothing that needs to be dry cleaned, you generally would wear it more than once, right? Because dry cleaning is expensive, and especially back then, right? And I always wore pantyhose under there. Pantyhose came out when I was in seventh grade. Up to that point, you had two different stockings. And then somebody came out with a genius idea. Let's put the panty on there and hook them on, right? Well, so anyways, I always wore these dress slacks with pantyhose. So I get up that morning and I have my makeup just right because I'm going to a fancy store and I want to look like I've got something, that look fetching, not like a dog, but fetching. And I'm primping and I'm doing my hair and put my earrings in, and I have a shirt and a coat, and I put the shirt, pants, coat, and I drive myself to this fancy store. And I walk in like I own the place, right? You guys, confidence. Yes, I belong here. I belong in this fancy store. And I'm walking down the main aisle. All of a sudden, I had this sensation in my crotch. It's like, what the? And a tugging in my crotch. What did I do? I left a pair of pantyhose in my pants. I did not see them in there when I was putting on the pantyhose, my pantyhose in the pants. So I had a leg. I had, okay, picture this. This is my crotch, right? From here over, I had like part of the stocking that came down. The stocking part, like the underwear part, was hanging out of my leg. Beyond that was the stocking that I had dragged through mud and snow because it was Christmas time. And I'm leaving a trail of mud and snow. And somebody stepped on the stocking and it pulled my crotch. And I turned around and saw that I was making a trail of mud with a pair of pantyhose hanging out of my pants on one side. I was horrified. I immediately ducked to the side and I don't remember what department it was in, and I'm pulling the whole pantyhose that is because my pants are so flippin' tight to pull the pantyhose out so that I can be free from this trail of dirt that I've been dragging through the store. And this woman comes up, and at that time, now when you go to the store, there's nobody to help you, right? Nobody's there. She goes, ma'am, what are you doing? Ma'am, ma'am, what are you? And I'm pulling this out. I was so embarrassed. I mean, I can still remember I went home. There was no shopping. There was no shopping. I was absolutely horrified that I dragged mud through the store with the leg of a pantyhose hanging out of my pants. Yeah, that's a rough day. It's something. I'm 71 years old, and that's just like it happened yesterday. And it's just so I can relate to your underwear falling out. But thank God it was, hey, you never know if you're single, it might be a date. It's like, oh, she's wearing this. I might be. It's a rough side, right? There's always a rough side. But okay, so Franz, what can I make you? We're gonna design you something. I even have my design screen right here, ready to come up. See, there I am. Hi. I figured out how to do that today. What do you think, Vism? I figured out how to put my face in the corner. I was proud of myself. Yes, life is good. Okay, Franz. Vism, you're funny. I love you, Vism. I love you. I miss you. I miss you so much. Okay. Yes. You do, I genuinely don't know what floats your boat. What floats my boat? I don't know what floats my boat. Probably my fat, because fat is light and it floats. No. So, Franz, would you want to make something for yourself? Do you have a significant other you'd like to make something for? And I can give you suggestions. I can do. I have an embroidery machine behind me. That's Rhoda. You guys named her. That's Rhoda, and we'll watch her make something just for you. How's that? What would you like? And it doesn't matter where you are in Europe. I just sent a package to Germany last week because sometimes I'll pop on streams. I've popped on various streams, and when people say something, I'll tap them. Do you want a gift? I love making gifts. I would stream more. He simply told me if he becomes a millionaire, he'll buy me an assistant. And I would stream a lot more if I didn't have to set up my stream every time. So, simply all these big streamers have a stream room. So they just go and turn it on. No, mine is here in the kitchen. I mean, this is my computer that goes everywhere with me. And plus, keeping track of everything and the trips to the post office. If all I had to do is stream and make gifts, I'd do it every day of the week. So you guys pray that Simply becomes a millionaire because he said he'll buy me an assistant, rent me an assistant. Okay. Oh, the decisions. It doesn't matter where you live. If you can get, you're gonna donate $1 million to Simply. I would just, I love making stuff for you guys. I love making stuff for you guys. And it just is, you know, sometimes we have hard days in life and it doesn't seem like anything goes right. And if I can be that one little sparkle of sunshine in your life, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. It makes me happy, right? And when you give off positive, guess what? It comes right back to you every single time. Every single time. So, all right. So what do we have? Let me see. I have some sweatshirts. I mean, do you have a hobby? I have hand towels, some wonderful hand towels that we could put your initial or your name, or we could do embossing. These are real nice. Ooh, these are nice. Where did I get these? Ooh, paid that much for them too. These are like, and I don't know if they're olive green or gray. They're olive green gray. I mean, I have, you like racing cars. Oh, racing cars. All right. Racing cars. Let's go and let's go and see if what I have in transportation. Here, let me bring you here. Let's go here. And let me see what I have up here in transportation. Okay, let's go down here. New. Okay, we'll put Alveus off there. Let me see if I have any racing cars. Hold on. If not, maybe we can find one. Racing cars. That would be great. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go to transportation. I think if I had anything, they'd be in transportation. Let's see. Transportation. And let's go here. Make them big. So what do I have? Trucks. I have this racing car. Do you see this, Franz? Do you like this racing car? Yes? Well, giddy up. Let's go. Okay. Let me get a 5x10. Let's get a hoop in here. All right. Do you want the car red? Franz, do you like the car red? And let me put it in a hoop real quick. And then we're going to watch it go. Okay, this is my favorite size hoop to work with. All right. Let's bring you down. Do you want your name above it? Can I put your name above it? Oh, this is fun. Hey, you guys make it so much fun for me. You just do. You just do. And thank you for hanging with this old biddy. Just don't call me elderly. You can call me old Haig, old Bag, Grandma. Just don't call me elderly. Franz, do you want your name on there? Do you want Franz, man? Do you want your Twitch name on there? You can do that. Do you want your Twitch name? Yes, please. Okay, let me copy and paste. Hold on. Let's get over here. All right, let's come up here. Let's get a thick let. We'll put it on. Do you want it on this gray towel? I think it'll look good on this. On this gray towel. I think it'll look good. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have some fun. Okay, let me get back to here. Let's go to here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, let me just bring this in a little bit. Come on in. Okay, let's go here. So, Franz, do you want all caps or do you want it lowercase like you have it? Would you like it lowercase or just uppercase? Well, let's do it. Let's do how you have it right now. All right. And we'll get kind of a thick font because it's a towel. Oops. Get away. Gotta love it. Okay. Where am I again? Come on. Oops. Sorry, guys. I need my mouse pad. Okay, let's do it again. FRANZHERMANN 69. Let me make sure that's right. Franz, I think that's right. All right, let's get something kind of thick. Let's bring this up. Okay. That's all uppercase. I'll do a couple and then you can see what you like. Okay. Let's try this. Let's see what we got. Ooh, look at that. And then we can make this any color you want. We'll start out making that green, and then you can tell me which color you want. Let's go back here and let's do it again. And I'll put a couple different down here, and then you can decide what you like. All right, Franz? Okay, what else do I like? Let's go in here. So I teach software down in Arizona. I teach um this is just a very basic. Let's make this one pink, and then you can tell me the color you like. Let's do another one. Let's go giddy up. I teach a software. I don't teach this software. Well, actually, I do have one student with this because it is so complicated. And there's so it's a digitizing software. So I was able to find Maya's image, and I was able to turn it into stitches to find to um, digitize it. And it took a while. I'm still working. I've got it just about perfect. This looks kind of interesting. Now, let me see if I can shrink this. Some of them will allow me to shrink, some of them will not. Let's see if and you do that by stitch count. Let's see, what are we up to? 15,000 stitches. Let's see. Yep, that works. Okay, there's another one. Let's make this one. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's make this one orange. Okay. Franz, are you seeing the one, you like the one in pink? Do you like the one in pink? We could do that one. What do you like, orange, pink, or green? Yeah, it's cool. The one in pink? All right, giddy up. Let's go. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this one. This is the best hobby, you guys, because you know what? It allows it's gifts. You know, there's always birthdays and Christmas and holidays and graduations, and so you're able to I'm just going to shrink this a little bit. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to center it. And let's just make it a little taller. Let me add some stitches to it. Let's come up here. Let's add some stitches to it. All right. Because it's going on a towel. And that brought it up to that gave me 800 more stitches. So do you like everything the way it is? Your graduation is on Monday? Is it really? Oh, congratulations. The pink gave it that Twitch username vibe. Do you want it to stay in pink? We can make it any color you want. It's going on gray. So let me show you what it's going to look like. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go background. Let's go color. So we're working with kind of a gray green. Let's go here. Let's bring it down. Kind of like this. Okay. So this is what let's get rid of the this is what it would look like. Do you like this? See it in green? You bet. Oh, you want Twitch green? Let's do Twitch green. Twitch green is like that pea green. Hold on, let me find it. Let's move you over this way a little bit. Let's find that. And I do have that green because I made something for somebody recently. Let's go down here. Here. Let's go here. No, come on. Don't give me a hard time. Why are you doing that? Oh, it's locked. Duh. Oh, duh. There's like a Twitch green. Do you like that? Does that work? Ooh, that's a winner. Okay, winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, so how many colors is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8 colors? We could do this. Let's send it to the machine. Okay, save as. Let's go. There we go. It's hard for me to see that far away. All right, save. And let's go to USB. Let's change it into a different stitch. And let's send it over to the machine. There we go. All right, so that's over there. So what I'm going to do is hoop this puppy. And the design is 5 by 2. Perfect. We can do this. Is this fun, you guys? And you know, the best digitizers in the world are men. How about that? How about that? So it's not, this is not strictly women. I have a different machine down in Arizona. Up here, I'm fortunate enough to have my 10 needle. So, come on. All right. This has got, you know how when you buy something, they got all those plastic little things in there holding it together, or rubber things, whatever the hell they are. All right. Oh, this is a nice towel. Oh, I like this towel. I think you will like this. All right, let's make it. All right, let's go to my main screen. Let's get out of here. We're going to go to the Rotacam in a minute, but right now I'll take you with me over to my table here. And I think we can get away with the magnetic hoop. And we're going to want to tear away. Get some tear away stabilizer. There's all different kinds of stabilizer. We're going to use a topper on this as well. So let's go. The hardest part is just going to be the colors. I mean, not the hardest part, but the most tedious part. So this is my magnetic hoop. They are not cheap, but boy, they save you some time. They're not for everything, though. I got to tell you, not for everything. And I'm going to center it. Centering is probably the hardest part or the most important part of, I hear there's the bedwetter. There's the little bedwetter. Hello, little guy. You going to say hi to everybody? Oh, you sweet angel. Okay. Now we want to center it, make the right side. All right. And we're going to come up like so. And I've got 4 there, 3 there, 3 there, 4 there. Okay. Perfect. Looking good, looking good. Like I said, this takes the most time, but with the magnetic hoops, your time is really cut down. And let's see if it made it over here. Hello, sweetie. Let's go up here. Okay. Let's go in here. There it is. Okay. Let's go. So again, this is my latest one for Miss Maya. Another one. I got her covered for a while. I hit a lot of thrift stores, and they smell really good. I put that fabric softener on them. They smell really good. Hopefully the animals will enjoy it. All right. Let's see what I have for colors. Okay. That looks like it's gray, black, kind of a pink, red, a yellow, gold, white, and green. All right. Let's go in here and check it out. And I'll bring you over here. You're going to watch her stitch out. And so one looks like it's gray. I already have gray on here, and gray is 8, so we're going to switch it. Okay, 1 is 8. Already got that on there. Okay. We do have red, and red is 4, but we're going to make that 10. So it's like, okay. Let's see. Where's 10? 20. Okay, and then with 9 is black. That's already on there. We do have a brown that's 3, so 3 is going to be 1. Okay, We do have one yellow, 5, and that's already set. We've got 10, we've got 1, we've got 9, we've got 1, 2 is white, that's on there, and 8. I just have to see where the pink is. 4. 4 is a different yellow. Okay. Let's do a different yellow. Let's do something different. All right. Stay with me, folks. We'll have this one. This is what takes time a little bit, but we want it perfect for Franz. Okay, we're gonna do make this 4. And it looks like they have like a hot pink, but I think the hot pink is this this number 1 is hot pink. All right, let's pull that through to thread it. 3. I think we're looking pretty good. All right, let's thread it. You just go over the colors again. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay. Oh, we need the green, the light green. We have like a pink is number 3. So pink is 3-ish. Let me just go through the color check here. Okay, 1. 9. 1. Okay. 5. 10 is the race car. We got that in red. 1 is more of the trend. 9. 2. 6 is pea green. Okay, we got Twitch green here. Right here. Twitch green. I use this. I made a special Vism. Did I make you a Twitch mod shirt? I don't think I have yet. I'll make you one. Could you send me your size? I know I have it listed, but it'll take me forever. I have on my Excel. If you'd be so kind, and I'll make you. I know Gamer Wheels has one, and I know Cesar has one, and I made up a very special Twitch mod stream thing, and geez, we might be ready to rock. Could it be? Could it be 6? Come on, 6. All right. All right. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. All right, let's bring it up to the top. 8, 9. Okay, so what we do when we make a towel, we have to put a topper on, because if we don't put a topper on, these loops might pop through the design. So it's important to put a topper on that it washes away, but it keeps the stitches from popping through, and it's a cleaner look. You would use it on velour. A lot of people use it. They like you to use it all the time, but it's expensive. So You know, I grew up on a farm. We didn't have a lot of money, and you learn to make do. All right. So we're gonna put this in. I'm gonna tape it down so it doesn't go anywhere. Don't want you to go anywhere. Okay, so I have the topper on right now. You see, it's the shiny stuff here. So let's edit this. I'm going to rotate it. All right, and let's see what we got. All right, carriage will move. All right, okay, rotary. All right, let's put the rotocap on. You can watch her. I'm gonna make a pit stop while we're doing a race car. Mama's gonna do grandma, who the hell am I today? Sip mom is gonna do her own pit stop. Okay, so let's go. Let's bring you over to the rotocam. Can you see it? Okay, everybody, you ready to rock? Let's go. Doing the drag. Can you see that? Okay. And Franz, I'm gonna need for you to either whisper or email me your name and address. I can't do initials. Somebody sent me initials to UK and they wouldn't take it, so I guess I told the person, I said, I named you a name that began with your first initial. So if this is you. But now it's isn't this cool? What if you could see it better if I turned off the light? Let me just try something, you guys. Let me just try something real quick. Let me see if you see it better if I turn off the light. Um, witness. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, that looks better. Okay. All right. So it's going to be done. It's going to take 20 minutes to do it. Actually, I can turn up the speed a little bit. And so full name and address. Yep. Oh, did it stop? Did it stop? Did you stop? 10. Okay. Did you stop? Don't be doing that. Okay. Stopped on the red. Okay. Don't be doing that. Okay, let's go back to where you were. Where were you? Okay. Be a good girl. Get that red going. There we go. There we go. This is, oh, great. I will catch you on the whisper. Whoa, Tool's here. Tool, Frank is good. Frank is having a great time. Frank was just sitting on the landing. I don't know if she'll come in. Well, we're watching Rhoda do her thing. Yes, I'm babysitting Frank, and I love Frank. And Frank loves me. It's all good. I just love the pups. Just love the pups. So right now it's doing the body of the car. And I don't quite have the pink on there. I have a little bit more of a rust color. I think that would look better. Oh, I know. Isn't it cool, Franz? I spent hours and hours and hours in here creating and designing and making gifts. It's just a wonderful thing. And I'll get this in the mail along with Maya's stuff. I'll get it on Monday or Tuesday. Get to the post office. And I don't think you have VATs, which is value added tax in UK. Sometimes in Europe they make people pay, even though I pay postage, they make you pay extra. But I don't think in UK that you will have to do that. Very cool. Uh, I don't think I just sent something to UK, and usually they'll show me if a person has to pay. And I just sent a gift. Oh God, this week. Actually, a Simply hat, and they did not charge for that. So, oh look at it, it's looking like a car. You see that? It's looking like a car. Very cool. Very cool. And I'm not sure when I'm going to come back, but I will be back. And if follow me on Discord, and I will announce when I'm coming back again because that's the easiest way for me. I wanted for simply, I said, why don't we live stream our trip, our 16-hour trip? But he's not really into that. I think it'd be fun, don't you? I'll keep you with stories the whole time. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, you'd like that visit? I think that'd be fun. We can do a boba check to see how the little guy does the whole time. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, it's looking good. So the machine tells me how many stitches, it tells me how much time. It it's just it also has a snowman feature, which means I can put a snowman sticker anywhere where I want the design, and then I can just throw it in the hoop upside down or anywhere and it'll turn the design. It's a very cool feature. Ooh, a little more black. Yay. Boy, Franz, did you think you were going to get a racing car when you popped into my stream tonight? I like it when you guys talk. I love that. Love to have the banter going back and forth. Oh, I don't know about that. I just enjoy making gifts. It's like it just is. I know it, and I happen to have one. I know gamer wheels. Isn't that wild? I happen to have one. Who knew? Although we would look for one. We would look for one. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands, but this one's pretty cute. Yay, this will be fun. It's looking good. It's looking good. Changing color. Is it really? Oh my God, what a coincidence. And that was the only one I had, Franz. That's wild. That's wild. Wait, my friend, you just never know. How did you happen to pop on tonight? Why is the plastic on top? That keeps the loops of the towel down because sometimes they would pop through the stitches. So that seals it down so that the stitches go right over the top. Without that, there would definitely be some of that gray green of the towel popping through. That's why that's there. It's called soluble topper. Once you wash this towel, that will all go away. I'll pull most of it off before you even get it. 24-hour long race, and I got pretty boring. Well, there you go. See, you came into the woman that never shuts up and makes gifts. How about that? I used to do a lot of cooking streams and give away gifts, and I might go back to because I do enjoy cooking. As a matter of fact, Tool, I'm making that world famous chicken tomorrow. You guys, I have the best chicken recipe in the world. Tool, tell them what you think about the chicken. You've had it. I made it once, and it's like this is probably the 10th time I've made it since last year. Tool, tell them about my chicken. Oh, it's looking good. So this again is what it's doing. It's making this design right here. And let's go back to Rhoda. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, you can see the number on there. Oh, it looks so good. You don't want to put your fingers too close to that puppy. That machine will not stop until the needle breaks. So that could puncture your finger. It goes 800 stitches a minute. So you got to I'm zero for accidents. So, I intend to stay that way. And after this color, it's going to do the two yellows. So that'll be interesting. That's looking good. Yes, 800 stitches a minute. I can make it go up to 1,000 stitches a minute, but it just vibrates too hard. So I find that it's easier just to do the 8 or 900, but not the 1,000. Oh, it's looking good. Yep, it's a 10 needle machine. It's Brother's top of the line, and I just am in love with her. And she's a good girl. Yeah, Gamer Wheels, it is looking great. Wow, look at that. It's coming to life, you guys. Well, Franz, I'm so glad you found us. I haven't been on, what is it? How long has it been? I think I was on in February, right, guys? But I haven't been on since February. But I do enjoy it. So you're going to see me some more often. But like I said, I'll post on to my Discord. Join my Discord, and that's where you find out what I'm up to. And after it gets done with the yellow, it's going to do your name. It's going to do 2 shades of yellow and then your name. Discord, yes. Thank you, Gamer Real. Thank you so much. And then we're going to have time for one more gift, and then we're going to call it. So let's see. Gamer Wheels. I'm going to put you on the spot. If somebody wants the next gift, reach out, say something to Gamer Wheels. Let him know why you want the gift. So let's go. If you want the next gift for tonight, reach out to Gabe. Just on right on here. Just say, yep, I would love a gift. And Gamer Wheels, yeah, I put you on the spot. How about that? Listen, usually I drag you through this. Oh, look at how good that looks. Look, oops, the thread came out. It's gonna stop. It's gonna stop. It's gonna say it's not threaded. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put the thread right back in there. Let me get my light here. Oh, that looks good. Okay, get down there. Get down there. Okay, gotta make sure it's threaded correctly. Let's get my handy dandy little gizmo here. Okay, it's number 3. Hope you didn't catch. Why didn't you catch? Sometimes it's just the thread, and what I do is I'm going to pull out a bunch of it, like a couple yards of it, because there could be a flaw in the thread. As easy as that. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. And let's get you back going here. Okay. My handy dandy little threader. Oh God, does it look good? Franz, it really looks good. All right, let's get you like this. Come on. Now it's got it. Okay, let's go back up here to, let's see, where were you? Where'd you get stuck? Let's go back. I can go back in stitches to see where it needs to. There we go. You got the thread? Got the thread. Okay. Oh, it's really looking good. And the second yellow. Okay. Oh, I will take $20 and your tool is the winner. All right, tool. All right, tool. Oh, funny. Now, behave yourself. Let's keep going. Let's give her. I don't see what's going on, so I'm going to push it again and see if she's going to catch. Sometimes she just needs a little encouragement. Okay, so that's telling me that the bobbin thread underneath, that she's not picking that up. So I'm going to just come down here real quick and see what the issue is underneath. I'm just going to do a quick change. Like I said, sometimes it does not like the thread. And I have so many different colors that we just might do a little switcheroo. But we're going to try changing the bobbin real quick to see if she likes that. Rhoda, is it the bobbin, my dear, that you're liking? Let's go back here. Let's bring it back. Let's come here. Okay. That is a different pattern. Okay, we're good. Sometimes it's the thread, sometimes it's the bobbin, but I've been working with her for so long that we're knock on wood, we've been able to complete every task. Finder's fee headed to gamer wheels. Okay. Let's go. Giddy up. Let's go. Oh, there we go. There we go with the letters. Yay. This is great. This is great. Next time I won't talk as much. I'll do more gifts making. You guys just make it so you're just so easy, such an easy group to talk to that I'm enjoying myself. I hope you are too. Just about done. Oh, it's looking really good. It's looking really good. Yay! And believe me, when I stream, stick around, you will win. We have some people right Vism that have probably won 5 times. So stick around. Stick around. And I want to thank everybody for popping in tonight. This you guys made my evening so enjoyable. Yeah, 5 or more gifts. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. You've got that Twitch color. I know on the stream the towel looks more green than what it really is. It's just the way the camera is picking it up. And I added a few more stitches to the letters to make it stick out a little bit more. And also, please remember, if you're having a hard time, feel free to reach out to me on Discord or email me at simpmom at Gmail. I mean, sometimes you just need someone to listen, and my advice is usually pretty good. I always have an opinion anyways, but I'd be happy to help if you're going through something. I didn't get to be 71 without having a few hard knocks of my own. And if I can help you in any way, please reach out. Also, SimDad's available for those of you that are job hunting or you want your resume tweaked. He's willing to help. We're retired now and we are staying loving it, absolutely loving retirement. And that's the goal, is for you guys to do well in life so that when you get to my age, you can just play. You don't have to work. Play, eat, have sex, all that good stuff. It's coming for you. It's coming for you, you guys. Oh, Bizzo. Yay. And I was a counselor at Planned Parenthood, so my chat knows I'll go anywhere. This old woman will talk about anything. We used to have this. Remember the sensual Saturdays where that's all we talked about was sex? And you guys at 71, everything still works. Not that, I mean, it's, don't think of it as being old. Think of it as like, wow, I did my time. I raised my kids. I worked. I retired. Now I'm just going to, have fun. Have fun. We're gonna get back to that, Vism, to have people send in stories because I love that too. I love that too. Yeah, you missed. How are you? Oh my God, the last picture of you are looking so good. And your honey is just as cute as she can be. Oh, thank you for popping in. See, I get to know my chat. I love to know my chat. Do I know my sim? Oh, look, let's see what we got here. Oh my God. Let's go. Giddy up. Let's bring it on the big screen. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it looks so good. So what we do is we pull the paper off, and then I'll get a Q-tip and kind of work into the letters in between. What do you think, chat? No, Koala Bear, all's doing well. Thank you so much for popping in. So what I do usually is I'll get my tiny scissors and then just get my magnifying glass to pull. Most of it came up. There's just a little bit in the 6 and 9. Two of my nice numbers, two good numbers. But it just is uh you just pull it up. You try to pull it up without pulling the loops. What I'll do is I'll get a Q-tip, and I think that's outstanding. I'm very pleased with that. What do you think, Franz? You like it? Yay! Did you know you didn't know you were getting a special gift just for you? Did you? Isn't that cool? Oh, I love it. It turned out, and it's a nice towel too. Yes. So the nice part about in there, let's put that there, is that this is called tearaway on the back. And the reason it's called tearaway is because you pull it off. You can't use it with everything. Most times I use cutaway, but tearaway is perfect for towels. It depends on how many stitches is that's how you would figure out what stabilizer. Because this is paper, it does not support a lot of stitches, but this design is not a dense stitch. So I'll just pull off the back. There's the back. And you always want to see a fair amount of white because that's the bobbin thread. Not too much, just enough. And oh, it's perfect. I love it. So you can hang that up and yay. Okay. Wow, you did good picking that out. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. There wasn't anything I change on it. Okay. All right. Well, oh my God, it's after 9. All right. Well, Tool, Tool, check your phone. You got your gift. So I think I'm going to call it for tonight, you guys. I want to thank everybody for hanging out for me. I am going to be back. I am going to make more gifts. We do have another winner. I'm going to reach out to our embarrassing story tonight, and I did want to dox her on stream. Because it's an underwear joke, but I just wanted to oh, it's so good to see you guys. You just warm my heart. And we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs, don't we? I always have something to say. I always have something to say. So, what I'm going to say is that if you're just like doing housework and you want to leave your stream on, put it on Alveus. That generates money for Maya. It just and those animals, just seeing them healthy and happy. And with zoos, when Maya was talking in her TED conference, with zoos, it's like you're disturbing them. They're living their best life, and they're living their best life because of this woman's tireless efforts. And Maya is so amazing. And to devote her life. I mean, come on, you guys. How big must she have to make to keep this going? And she's giving her everything for these precious animals to live their best life. And just run that Alvea stream. You get to see all the animals and that serval, that new cat she got. What a beautiful creature. And the birds that she got, the ones that make so much noise. I have to tell you a quick story. When I first came to Austin, she had those birds in a room in the mansion, and I did not know that there were birds in the house. And the first time I heard them squawk, it sounded like two pieces of metal just slamming into each other. And it's like, did something break? And so I'm going around the house looking to see what that horrible noise was. And I opened the door and it was the birds. I mean, it was just, but she's just amazing. And like I said, I do that too. I'm doing some housework, doing something. I like to watch the stream, but I keep it on. And that helps support Alveus. And that's you don't have to sub to support Alveus, just keep the stream running. And that really helps her. And those wonderful, wonderful animals that are absolutely living their best life. And one day I'll be in one of those cages because Maya said when I get old and stupid and I don't know where I am, that she'll throw me some lettuce and let me be in one of those cages and take care of me. Ah. Oh, wait, you guys. Hey, Pat's here. Pat, we were telling the story about my sister's here. Sip Patty's here. We were telling the story. I had to tell them about your nickname, Pats. I know it's one that you'd prefer not anyone in the world to know, but they've promised that they're going to keep it a secret, right, Chat? You're not going to tell anybody what her nickname is, right? Right? That's my sister Pat. She is so much fun. Their lips are sealed. See, their lips are sealed. This is Echo. This is that same. Yep, this is the one that this shirt is named. Pat's here. Your special shirt. They said they're Hi, Miss Kit Kat, how are you? Yep, that's her. I mean, of all the nicknames in the world, I mean, our family had to pick the most horrific nicknames, in the world. They just did. They just did. But they promised that they're not going to tell anybody that no, you'll never be called horse balls in public. Unless you're with me and they recognize me, and then they have to. They just have to say, "Hey, Horseballs, is that you?" I mean, people haven't called you that in a long time. I mean, isn't it kind of where it would kind of feel like old home? You right? Do you think? I'm being so bad. I'm sorry, Pats. I'm doing so bad. Pats puts up with my bullshit. She does. But we have a lot of fun when we're together. I was telling everybody how you're out Ubering. Did you do any Ubering tonight? I mean, she's taking people all over the world. I mean, it just goodness. Goodness. Yeah, there she is. There's my sister. She's the best. She's the if you get the nicest thing about a sister is they can say, "You look ridiculous in that," and get away with it. If you had a good friend, you'd be going, "Oh my God, my feelings are hurt." But with my sister, she's being blatantly honest. She can say, "You look absolutely ridiculous. Your butt looks like the size of Bermuda. Take that damn thing off," and get away with it and not be, neither one of us would be offended because she's telling the truth. That's what I love. Yes. We are still stuck on the horse balls. Oh, eccentric. Stick around. Stick around, eccentric. I think you show up next stream. I think you're on the gift run. I think so. You want some cash? Oh, she went to the casino and won some cash. Is it more than $20? Good deal. Came out to Uber now. Okay. So Patsy is retired, right? She worked for the state. She's retired, but when she makes extra money, she just has some fun with it. So I mean, here she's out Ubering. She makes some money, and then she goes to the casino because we don't like to gamble. We just like to watch the things go up in the music, right, Pats? Yeah, she's here now. She's here now, eccentric. She's here now. Hi, Ricardo, with clothes on. Ricardo with clothes. Yes. Why not have a little bit of fun? Hey, you know what? We're both in our 70s, and we don't know if we've got 10 minutes or 10 years, and it's like, and so we're living life and enjoying each other, and it just it's all good. It's absolutely all good. Yay. Well, good for you, Pats. Can you share with us tell Chad how much money you won? Come on. We want Chad, do we want to know how much money she won? We do, don't we? Come on, Pat, spill it. Spill it. $20, $30, $100? What? $100? Oh shit, then get an air ticket and get your ass out here and come see me. Wow. Wow. See, Tool's birthday's coming up, Pat's, $800. Holy I know it, Ricardo. Big winner. Oh, you must have felt good to get that. Good for you. You deserve it. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Wow. Got to split that with I know it. She should split that with us, shouldn't she, Chad? What is it? What is there? There's 46. We each get like $18, $19. Good job, Pants. I'm proud of you. Good job. She's she's up for anything, and that's what I love about her. And she's always upbeat. She's happy. We have a lot of fun together. We actually did not get along when we were little kids, did we, Pats? We kind of didn't. We just didn't get along that good when we were little kids. But she was too bossy, and I'm the middle child, right? So, but now we're as thick as thieves. No pun intended, Pats. You know where I'm going. All right, you guys. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so very much. Do come back, check my Discord. You'll know when I'm streaming. I want to tell you all that your glass is going to the bank now. Atta girl. Girl. Yeah, put your $3 in and then you can spend the rest of the 7.97. Your glass is half full. Wait a minute. Whoop. Your glass is half full, not half empty. It's all about perspective and how you look at life, right? I want you to treat people the way that you want to be treated in life. You'll never go wrong erring on the side of kindness. You just won't. You might forget what somebody says, but you'll never forget how they made you feel. Words can build us up or they can cut us sharper than a knife, right? And check your phone, Tool. Most of the time, you can't control in life what happens to you, but what you can control how you respond 100%. All right. I mean, a lot of times crappy things happen, and how are we going to do? You know, I'm a hospice nurse, former hospice nurse, and I believe that when you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes, those are your first two gifts of the day. Make it count. Your life is your book. Make your chapters count, but always err on the side of kindness. You'll never go wrong doing that. And I want to thank everybody for coming out to see me. You guys have been the absolute best. You're the best. And so, send me ideas. What do you want to talk about? Do we want to go back to story night again, where you bring in stories? Um, just reach out to me. Are you having problems? You just want a shoulder? I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you. I spend a lot of time with emails and chatting with folks, and I'm happy to do it. I raised four kids and have two grandkids. One, my grandchild lives here, and she's moving on to college, to a 4-year college, and then my other grandchild's moving in. Family is so important to me. But there still can be toxicity in families. And that's where it's like I'm at the age now where I don't tolerate toxicity. It doesn't matter which family member. I mean, sometimes they didn't learn the golden rule to treat people the way they want to be treated. And so sometimes you have to you have to do something for your own mental health, and it would be so nice if everybody was nice all the time, but that's not always the case. So preserve your soul. Do you know what I'm saying, you guys? Yeah. And so another thing I want to say, and I always end it with kindness is free. Sprinkle that shit everywhere you go. I love you guys. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you again soon. Mm.
Hello, chat. The day is done. Make yourself at home. Get your comfies on. Sim Mom's made some gifts for you. If you stick around, you can win some too. Every Wednesday, baking streams with treats that look divine. Every Saturday, cutting up with grown-up story time. We're hanging with Sim Mom. We're hanging with Sim Mom. Keep your language clean and fair, or you'll be stuck in the thinking chair. You could get age